light, and we were on a flat rooftop, iron spike railings and low parapets guarding against a sheer drop on 3 out of the 4 sides. Huge buildings to the north and south were separated by yawning gaps, the walls dropping away down and down to courtyards far below. Wind rushed across the roof in a low, steady roar, whipping at my hair and clothes. There were 3 Jun standing over the remains of the shadows, and as I arrived on the rooftop they turned and loped towards me, claws outstretched. I left all 3 burning on the stone. At the end of the rooftop, a flight of stairs descended out of sight. The bulk of the Jun were clustered around it, their attention focused on something below. A small, square-topped tower rose 20 feet above roof level, and I jumped up onto it. From my new vantage point I could see that the flight of stairs descended to what might once have been a bridge, but which now ended in a 10-foot stone platform. Beyond was a jagged break and a sheer drop. Standing on the square was a young Korean woman, dressed in blue and grey. She carried a short sword and a small shield, and was crouched in a fighting stance, facing the stairs. It was probably the same sword she'd tried to stab me with on my last visit. The stairs were packed with Jun, crowded tightly all the way to the top. They were focused on the woman, but weren't attacking. Instead, they clustered just out of range of her sword, their stance low and predatory, wolves facing a cornered deer. The Jun and the woman were focused on each other. They were over 100 feet away. Between the distance and the roaring wind, neither had yet noticed me. I reached out through my dream stone, finding the woman's mind and touching it delicately. Yun Ji Yong, wasn't it? I said through the link. I saw Ji Yong start. Her mouth moved. Talk through your thoughts, I told her. I'm on the tower top at your 2 o'clock. Ji Yong turned her head and saw me. Then something made her jerk back towards the Jun. Who are you? She demanded. Her thoughts were rough and scratchy, but clear. My name's Alex Verus. We met 4 years ago. Verus? Ji Yong sounded startled. You were with... The mood of her thoughts changed. Ah, Shibal. Yes. Ji Yong said something angry in Korean, then switched back to English. You know, fine. You want me? Call off your dogs and come get me yourself. You mean the Jun? I asked. They're not mine. You came with her, didn't you? I'm not on her side, and I'm not on yours. Ji Yong paused, and when her thoughts came again, they felt more cautious. What do you want? Information, I told her. Here's the deal. Answer my questions and do as I say, and in exchange, I'll get you out of your current mess and keep you safe. Sagash isn't going to let you... Ji Yong began, then cut off abruptly and lashed out with her sword. The nearest Jun jumped back. A ripple went through the crowd, and other Jun edged closer. I don't think Sagash is your biggest problem at the moment, I told Ji Yong, once the Jun had settled down. What the hell are you going to do? Ji Yong demanded. Her thoughts were keyed up, tense. If you aren't with her, those things aren't going to obey you. No. You're a diviner, right? You going to kill them from up there? No. So what are you going to do, stab them all to death? Yes. Ji Yong laughed. I'd like to see you try. Do we have a deal? Sure, why not? It's not like I've got anything to lose. Good. I hopped down to ground level and started walking across the rooftop. As I did, I spun my weapon into a ready position. It was a polearm called a sovnya, a slightly curved scimitar-like blade mounted on the end of a long shaft. I held it one-handed, arm extended, the blade low above the flagstones. I was clearly visible on the empty rooftop, and it didn't take long for the Jun at the back of the crowd to notice me. 2 of them turned, faceless and eyeless. Any sound?